Alrighty, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is TDT, the Developing Trader, coming back at you again with another video. And today we're going to be taking a look at the price action on the SP 500, the ES. And as usual, we're going to be using the YouTube Mentorship from ICT to find a trade that we could have taken today in either the AM session or the PM session. Now, if you watched the video yesterday, you see that we were able to find something in the PM session. Today was a little different. I actually had some business I had to do and was not able to look at the charts. And initially, in me just taking a look at what transpired, I was thinking, the AM session seemed like it was a bit wild anyway. Maybe I didn't need to be a part of it. But taking a deeper look now, as we're going to do, what we're going to be doing is looking for the YouTube mentorship model or the OTE setup. So take a look, see if you can find it. If you don't, I'm going to go ahead and point it out. Alrighty, so you see at the 8:30 a.m. we have this run up, and then we have another run up. And if you take a look here, what it's doing, it's taking out some of this liquidity. Over here you see jabs once, jabs again. Does it get above this swing here? Yes, it does. So it takes out these two liquidity pools. I know you might not see that it's a liquidity pool, but take a look at it. It goes up, comes down. Here, same thing. This is the AM session. So it goes, takes out yesterday's AM session. And then what do we have? What are we looking for here? There are two things I want to bring your attention to in this bit of price action right here, okay? First thing I want us to do is take a look at this right here. As it takes the liquidity, right, which is a part of that YouTube mentorship model, I'm going to do as we did yesterday and jump into the 1 minute chart and show you how you could have entered with that model on this price chart, okay? So let's go ahead and jump into that. Okay, and here we go on the 1 minute chart. We're looking at that piece of price action that I just pointed out, and I want you to see here liquidity, as I showed you on the 5 minute chart, taken, breaks down, and this looks like a gap. Doesn't it look like a gap? Is that not what's being taught on that YouTube channel? This is your gap with your order block, and there you have it. That right there pretty much was the trade of the day. If we really look at how the entire day panned out, there wasn't too much in the PM session. That's a part of that model that he teaches on the YouTube. You can look at this and maybe you can say this was a run, a breakdown, but it doesn't return back. Also, there's no gap in here, so that one there would not count. But had you saw this trade, this would have been the best trade to take for the day, hitting the high right here and coming out at the low on the PM session. But would you have the confidence to hold that trade is the question. All right, so it's one more thing I want to show you guys in here before we continue, or before I end this video actually. Let's go back to the 5 minute chart and let's just take a look at a few other things. Alright, now back on the 5 minute chart. Let's say you weren't brave enough to take that entry there, because I'll be honest with you, these type of entries happen really quick. And if you're not ready, astute, and experienced through repetition and through back testing and just getting a catalog of seeing these moves play out, you will not have the confidence to get in and hold some of these trades. But let's say you're not following the YouTube mentorship and you're just sticking to your OTE patterns. What I want you to take a look at here is we grab the fib and we anchor here straight down into this break-in market structure, below. And look at this beauty right here that you also could have taken. Okay. Now, this is where if you're watching his YouTube mentorship, you see that he may enter a second position after taking that first position. He may take a second position here. Those are some of the moves that you will see pan out using his free YouTube content. Now, a lot of people will watch one or two videos and, say that the stuff is too complicated or whatever the case may be. It's not everybody's cup of tea. But allow me to grab one more tool from the free YouTube content and show you how you could have had a little more trust in this trade. Okay? Once again, this is all on his free YouTube channel. If you haven't dived in, I suggest you do. Now, up here, I now have the NASDAQ, the Dow Jones, and the S&P. And what I want you to see what happens on this prior swing where the liquidity is taken here. What you see is a clear divergence. Let me go ahead and grab my tool. You can tell I don't normally use trend lines because it's not in my favorites. But in any case, I want to show you where we got S&P higher high. Oh man, I gotta go back to it. I'm gonna just make it a favorite. Okay, trend lines in my favorite box moving forward. All right, let's go back to the full screen. I want you to pop up here where we got YM, Dow Jones, higher high, and the NASDAQ fails to make that higher high. Okay. SMT divergence. Dig into the YouTube channel. This is a bonus for you. For those that haven't digged into the content that Mr. Huddleston is presenting for free on YouTube. But this is the way we can know to trust a trade like this in the OTE. After you see that divergence, it gives you a bit more confidence to go in and hold some of these trades. So that's going to be it for me today. This is TDT. I hope all of you are having a great week. Continue to stay positive. Continue to keep pushing. Continue to just keep developing, man, on a daily basis, okay? So I hope all of you have a great day, a great week, and a great month. Keep pushing. Peace.